Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in with us this Friday. We very appreciate it. It's the Culture Creators Podcast. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube. I mean, we're so happy to have you with us today. We got some good topics. You know, a lot of things been happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm Mike Jones. For no further ado, flash by Mike, you know what I'm saying? What up with it, Mr. K Dot?
You know what it is. Your boy's in the building. And
Yeah.
like he said, y'all know where to follow me. You at me and all that stuff. Cause I don't be getting into that. But yeah. Yeah, every Friday, you know what we do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what
Right
it
here.
is. So let's get into it.
Straight to it.
Right.
What?
So, man, a lot of things going on, bro.
Let's just get into the heat of it. Let's get into the heat of it. The main
so
topic.
so everything that's been going on with you know the pandemic, and then all of these like certain events that's been happening, and then we just like going through it, bro. Like it's just crazy, but it's like it seems like we in cycles now. You know what I'm saying? Like almost to the point where you you could time when the shit about to happen and shit. You feel me?
It's looking bad out here right now.
Bruh, like summertime is coming, so I'm just like, damn, I
And that's
take
when it all happens the worst. It's like that's when the bad thing happens. When it's hot, that's when people start acting up.
right, bruh, right. So, you got the George Floyd case, and then like, man, just recently, bruh, like we got these two shootings, two young boys, man. And my whole sentiment is about this situation is like at some point we got to understand that there has to be some type of action that we are taking place within the police departments, right? Like,
Right.
just in a sense that, okay, there's shit going on, we know it's going on, everybody sees it. What are we going to do to change those outcomes? Or is it something that just is what they're doing, and is exactly how it's supposed to be planned out? How do you think? What do you think?
I think it's working right into their favor, bro. Like they jump on our wagon when it's time. You know, they be nice to us when it's time. But the overall accomplishments that they're making against our race and our nationality and other people's things is, I guess it's a master plan. If I could say anything, shit, and it's working in their favor on some, like, I feel like it's like on some hummingbird. What's that say? Mockingbird, like the movie.
Yeah, you
You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Like the government is like on some real
Yeah,
do what I
bro.
say or face the consequences type of shit. Like,
Right. And I don't know if you like checking out like these live feeds, man, and these people out here protesting, and especially in like in Minnesota, it's like, damn, they right, they fired or they didn't fire, they quit, right?
yeah,
The officer involved, then her superior, then the people connected that's in charge of the police. But then you see videos of like the police in like army formation and shit, like marching on the street trying to sweep news up. Like, I don't understand.
I think they prepare for now. They seen everything that's happening, so they like, okay, we'll bet if it does happen now, we got y'all back. We're gonna make sure we get everything in order where they won't be able to retaliate like they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, and well, like I said, when it is with them being the government, and then every like branch is like
Different.
down
They can
below,
do their own shit. Yeah.
bro. It's so corrupt because it's like they can cover up whatever they want to. You know, whatever they choose to cover up, they can literally do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What's crazy is like I know what's his name? What's that dude's name? Trevor, I think it's Trevor Noah. He does the like
All the light skinned
Comedy
cat.
Central type shit. Yeah. So he took over Jon Stewart's thing, and he been doing that for a while. But he said on his Facebook, I think the other day, I think it was yesterday, he was like, man, at what point are we saying, like, where are the good apples? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're saying that there's bad apples, but where are the people that speak up and like, hey, saying whatever? And then he gets to the point where, like, is it really just that there is good apples, they just can't speak up, or they're gonna
Are
get
scared to.
retaliated against? You know what I'm saying?
I think it might be some good apples. They might just be scared to speak up in the moment because it's like either you down with us or you against us. Which choose right now, type of
Right.
thing.
They had this special with some police officers where they were talking about like whistleblowing, and all of them like was getting reprimanded, like all types of different stuff, to the point where like their pensions were just taken away. Because and like police officers, you don't do a certain like different thing, you can't level up and make money. It's like crazy. It's just like the military, similar. And
That's what I'm saying though.
right,
So it's
right,
like branches off the government, like, but you might be a city cop, but you still under the government
right,
command
right,
kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. And then we just us having the conversation that we've been having just in general on this podcast about the different situations that we deal with in real time, and then we gotta be the deflection of everybody else, right? Like, we've been experiencing this stuff, like we've been going through these things. It's just now it's being filmed, right? You see
exactly.
it on
That's
camera.
everybody's camera is out and watching and pointing it and making sure like this is getting documented. And that's the difference nowadays. Like, and that's what everybody needs to do though. That's policing. I feel like that's a form of policing your community. Hey, what you
Right.
over here doing? Hey, we got you. Like,
Right, right.
what are you about to do now? Like, what's up? Like, that's why a
But
lot of cops is quick to be like, put up your phone and shit. Like,
but
yeah,
what's crazy is it's like, all right, we got all this evidence, we got videos, we got this. You can blatantly see what's going on, and still, it's like, well, he might have been complying, or they were fearing for his life, or whatever the case may be, that made them, you know what I'm saying? Like, just in the sense of them trying to act like that this is like a normal thing, right? And we're supposed to deal with the trauma. We're just supposed to like continue on with our day, go to work, take care of our kids, do this, that, and the third, and like just ignore the fact that like I could get pulled over, bro, and like somebody who mad that day might want to take it out on me. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? And
It
so
be
that's
one,
the
one,
thing.
one, one
Go
pullover. It'd be one
ahead.
pullover.
Right,
They're like, you ain't even have to do nothing. You got pulled over by the wrong cop. Like,
right, man. And that is the reason why I'm like, man, I would love for the community to police themselves. But I think that when you do that, it's not even about being able to do it. I think it's the people outside not knowing what you're doing, right? Not knowing how it's working, not knowing, etc. I guarantee you, if they left us alone and let us do our own thing, we wouldn't have no worries. Obviously, look at all of the successful black towns and cities that's been created that they literally destroyed over time.
bro, that's the shit that really pisses me off because it's like every time something is happening with the black culture or a person that's elevating, they are finding ways to bring these people down. It doesn't matter what you do. what happens, like they are finding some type of way, whether it's a snitch in the group, whether you know what I'm saying, whether it's burning down the whole city, or you know what I'm saying, like they are finding some type of way to get away with everything they do to, not just do it and get away with it.
Right.
Even when we got evidence that they doing this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I think this young man, Daunte Wright, was in his 20s. They just, I mean, in Chicago, another shooting just happened. That little boy was 13 years old. He was his Hispanic descent. And I don't know. To me, like at this point, it's like, damn, it's just another one, right? It's another one. A couple days later, there's going to be another one, right? So for me, that's what makes me question everything. Like, is this really just like, okay, some random acts of idiots just killing us because they hate us, they don't like who we are,
Or scared of
or
us.
scared of us, whatever the case may be? Or is it something that's planned, something that stays, something that, not saying that these people are dying, but saying like those are the people that they target to use in the plan and stage that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not a big conspiracy person. Like I just don't like that word. I just feel like, man, if it's facts, if you see it visually, if you can look at it, if you can read it, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I don't know what else to tell you. That's not conspiracy to me. You feel what I'm saying?
Nah.
Like, come on, man. They releasing documents every day of what has gone down in different scenarios. So they can't tell me about no damn conspiracies anymore. So it kind of makes me question just like all the whole atmosphere, because they already started boarding out there in Minnesota, boarding up buildings, boarding up
I
everything.
wonder why. I
Right,
wonder why.
right.
Wonder why
So,
you doing that.
and it would be like, I think it would be like an absolute shock to me if it would be any other thing but for this man to be guilty. But even if he is guilty, he got to be sentenced. You know what I'm saying? And if he's
Did you hear
sentenced to
what he
the,
did though?
huh?
Did you hear what he did in court?
No, I didn't hear that. What'd he
He
do?
pled the fifth.
Oh, wow.
This nigga pled the fifth, like in court, like today. So it's like that's what I'm saying, bro. It makes me mad just thinking about it and how people can do stuff and get away or be protected by a certain group of people and really be protected. Like I bet you somebody probably tell him like, "Don't worry about that, bro. Don't worry about what they saying and all that shit. You good, bro? Just chill out. We're gonna go
Right.
through all the process and shit, but you good. Don't worry about it. You
And you know what I'm
protected."
saying? I'm not trying to make this about, a certain race, but normally 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying, they're going to get catered first. They're going to get the Burger Kings. They're going to get their handheld. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. We got you. You know what I'm saying? And still coddle them. To this day, the girl that shot Botham is like being catered to, bro. She got money waiting on her. And that's the thing that I don't like about, that. It's like these motherfuckers die and then they get even more money. I mean, kill people and they get even more money. Cause all of these, and it's cool. I think it's great that you showing yourselves. Like, please show me who you are. But
Exactly. Yeah, I like it.
yeah, but it's just amazing how people like gravitate to these people and try to support them, even though they ain't shit. So,
Yeah. And yeah.
but
I mean, I just don't understand. Like, bro, how much evidence do you need?
and
That's
and
what
you
I'm just crazy. And then when you on trial, you would think the cops would be super sensitive or be like, "Oh man, I feel for y'all, man. Let me be nice. And here we go, another shooting." How you on trial for
in
a
the
shooting?
same state, in the
Another one.
same state at least 10 minutes away from the place that this dude is having trial at. And this lady mistakes her taser gun, a bright yellow thing that's coming out your other opposite side hand of what you shoot with, and you mistake it for the gun the whole time knowing that was a gun, bro. Like,
That's
there's
what I was
no
about to
way
say.
through that time frame that she was helping dude out, then pulled it out, then kept saying taser, that she at no point thought maybe this is a gun. But this is the weirdest part about the whole video. First of all, there ain't no timestamp, right? The
I
damn
wonder why.
video comes out hours after the damn shooting, like quickly, right? Then in the video, you don't hear a gunshot. I know when I shoot my gun, that shit is loud. Like,
Guns are loud. Anybody that's been to a gun range or shot a gun, guns are loud. They're not quiet.
she didn't have no type of silencer on that motherfucker. So I I don't understand like how this is like I said, I'm not saying Buddy didn't pass away. I'm not saying any of this, but it's just the convenience factor. Right,
Plan
Teresa,
to
right.
kill black people because they're trying to depopulate us all. I have to say is I look for I look at Miss Everybody's if you don't get the message.
Right. No, we get what you say, Teresa. That it is the target. We are our target is has always been gleaming. But my thing is just this the whole simple fact that you see the video and you see all this stuff and it comes out real quickly, but some of these instances just don't. The timing of it is off. It's like, dang, like I know they're trying to be transparent and shit, but come on, bro. I want the raw footage, and I want the footage that led up to them even taking him out the car. Because how did you know he had a warrant?
And I was about to say, man, why we keep getting all these clips? Like, why is it always we get a clip and not the whole thing? That what happened to the beginning, middle,
Exactly,
ending.
bro. Like like you got out the police car when you went up to his window and got his ID, because I don't think that ever happened. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out because I know when I get pulled over, they ask you for your license and registration first. You know what I'm saying? Not come up to your window and say, "Oh, you got a warrant." How did you know?
You don't even know who's driving.
Bruh. First of all, you supposedly pulled him over because he had air fresheners in his window. That's just the dumbest thing. I've never, ever
That's
heard of
against the
that
law.
before. In some states, I'm assuming it is because they say it's like it distracts you or something, whatever. It disturbs the view of your peripherals. I don't know, motherfucker. Like that shit just don't make sense to me. Like
That sounds like a whole bunch of bullshit.
and like I just be laughing and when they say like, "Oh, I saw you with your seatbelt off." What do you mean? My windows is tinted. How did you see my seatbelt off? Like shit like that. Where come on, man, come on, bro. You saw the air freshener in the window. That's how you were able to pull me over, bro. It's just stuff like that. It just makes you think like, man, come on, man. This ain't real. This can't be. The shooting, maybe killing them is real, but the whole other thing got to be staged. Come on, man. And then come to find out, the whole warrant was because the city has a delay in letters in court documents, sending them out to people.
And
So he didn't even know he had a suspended license or had a warrant out for his arrest. How do you mess that up? And why are you still sending letters in the mail? Like, man, we got email technology, all this other stuff. Don't tell me you don't have that shit because you need everything in the third to get an ID. now.
You need everything.
So I just get out of here, man. All of this different stuff, from the police shooting to this voter suppression shit to this everything, bro, to the things that's happening with immigration. Everybody with a skin color that's not of lighter hue is getting it, you know. And I'm not trying to dismiss any other race or any other ethnicity or any other thing, but I'm telling you now, and I've been saying this forever, until black people are done right first, nobody else is going to be done right equally. It's just plain and simple. If you think, if y'all love, you know, praising God and glory and all this other shit, the reason why we're dealing with the shit that's going on in this world is because we have been done wrong for so long. And it hasn't been categorized to just us, as in, you know, we're trying to dismiss everybody else. But I just feel like in with all of my heart, like, until black people are done right, nobody else can be done right. It's just what it is. Because you can't sit here and say, oh, I'm going to treat this group right, but still do the black people that's been done wrong forever and ever and continue for it to change. Like, it's just not going to work.
And it's crazy because you would think they would do us right after they obviously done us the worst. You know what I'm saying? You would think we would be getting some type of kickback. They just gave, I don't want to call out nationalities, but I'm just going to say they gave people that have different color, shape of eyes, $50 million just because. In other states, they giving people that's alien residents 1,500 just because. No, I think that was 15. It might have been 15,000. I might be lowballing it. Blue, she in the building. She's in the building.
Nah, y'all, I look crusty. How y'all doing? This your girl Blue. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Had a long day.
Blue, you fine. But nah, man, you right, bro. That's totally right. They always giving money to everybody, anybody else, but the people that been promised it since day one. Where the 40 acres and the mule, dog? Like, now
you don't even gotta give me no land. Just give me some money, like you giving
give me
everybody
my
else.
land. I want my land, and
I want my 40 acres. You can keep the mule.
I want a Escalade SUV so I could tow shit. Cause I ain't fucking with y'all. I'm living off the grid.
That's why I said I don't even want no land you giving me. Just give me my money. That's what it's worth, and I'm gonna be out the way.
Interest is high, bro.
Get out the way.
Forever in a day.
Nah, for real. How you doing, Blue? What's good with you?
Hey, nothing. You good? You was really good. Yeah, I did a video last week, and it's on YouTube now. With Common Sense, y'all know that's my favorite go-to guy to do videos with.
Okay.
And we got a photo shoot tomorrow. Woo!
Yeah.
That's why this her laid down underneath that. Don't worry about what's going on, okay?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for Miami. I'm most importantly ready for Atlanta, but that's another story. But I'm ready for Miami. Yes.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
Okay, I see you over there rolling up big backwoods, Mike.
Oh no, we ain't. And speaking of rolling up, we're gonna jump into our sponsors right now that you can roll up with them and put on the latest merch, Cannabis Sending Kit. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Go shop, Cannabis Syndicate. Go shop right now. If you don't, I just land.
Nah, for real. Go shop.
So, welcome back, man. We talking about what's been going on. Shootings. Young man Daunte Wright being slain by officer who claims she had a taser instead of
Oh.
her gun, and she
You
thought,
know, she was wagging it around,
yeah,
to the point where you should have recognized or detected whether or not it was the taser or a gun. So let's be cool. I mean, it's cool and all that. Like for that, like okay, cool, manslaughter. That's what's up. But I'm on some shit like somebody had mentioned when I was watching it. Somebody was like, if it was me, you, or any kind of melanin skin, we'll be in shackles under the jail. You damn right, nigga. You said a mouthful, you would definitely be under the jail. You wouldn't be getting no 25 years. No, you will be 99 to life. You'll probably get a double life sentence and you only murk one motherfucker. That's how bad they don't want you to live outside.
I wonder how it would be if it was like one of them, like if it was the black cop that shot him instead of the white one. Then what would have happened? What would be the outcome? Would he be fired right away, taken to jail, booked, murdered? Like that one cat that killed that one lady. Where was it? I forgot where it was. Suburb somewhere. The cop.
To me, it don't matter. If
I
you're
was just gonna
wrong, you're
say,
wrong.
I know it don't matter, but what I'm
but
saying
you're just
is
trying to
that
determine both of the dynamics of each. If it was this situation
correct.
versus that situation,
I think
but you
Buddy
already
was
know how the outcome of that is, so
exactly.
you don't
That's what
even
I'm
have to
saying.
fucking ask.
Right. That's what I'm at. That's what I'm saying. Like we've already seen that outcome happen. So it's like, come on, like what are we doing? Like the obvious is there. We can see it. Like you can't play me for Boo Boo the Fool.
But
Like
it's like, what can we do if you get caught up in a situation like that, and the cop is being that aggressive and shit like that? What honestly can you do? Because if they got a gun and you don't, and they shoot and they kill you, it's kind of like, what could you do about it? You
So
know what I
I
mean?
have two things to say. One is, I know this is a sad moment, but I wish he wouldn't have like resisted, like try to get back in the car. Like that's one thing. Okay. But my second thing was this, like at the end of the day, like regardless, she's gonna get let off because I don't think that she's gonna do her full time out there. You know, they white, they probably got some money, they probably gonna pay to get off somehow, some way. So if he
Right.
wouldn't have like resisted or whatever the case may be, then I don't think it would have gotten that bad. But that's the thing, like why were you trying to run? Like I understand that your license plate and all the extra shit was suspended. Your what was it? Go ahead. No,
I think maybe
can't do it.
but look at the fear though. I mean, we could see the fear every time we see it us being filmed, right?
Yeah.
Prime example, when Buddy got pulled over, the Army lieutenant. Buddy was scared to come out that car. He didn't want to come out that SUV.
I
He
wouldn't
did
came
not
out
want to
either.
come out that SUV. Like scared. To the point I thought that man was gonna piss in his pants scared. Like he didn't even want to reach for his seatbelt to let it loose.
But that's how everybody, every black male out here is really thinking. Whether you an officer, whether you're in the military, whether I don't give a fuck what you is. Because when you behind that
You got
car,
melanin
nigga,
skin.
exactly that's what they looking at. So nigga, you can be serving this country and still get treated like you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, like for
And
real. If you would,
it's like like I said, the whole compliance or whatever stupid shit that they be saying, it's like we've seen evidence of us complying and we still die. So that narrative needs to stop being said.
but the compliance thing that shouldn't determine if you die. That should
Right,
determine if you go to jail
right,
or if you get extra charges. But
right.
it should never be ending in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like that should
And this
never
is
be.
another thing too for me. So we get a shorter duration of time in prison if we accidentally murk us a nigga, right? Because that's what it sounds like. Oh, well, with her immediately, what the fuck did she do? Have sympathy. Oh my god, I accidentally shot him. Like she didn't say accidentally, oh my god, I shot him. Like, bitch, wasn't those her intentions? It's the whole reason why you had the gun there. Like she wasn't moving. The camera view that we seen was from her body cam. So that's the point that I'm making. Like at the end of the day, you did what you did. So it's a lot of people. We talked about this before. A lot of people do frantic shit because of that, because they were scared. Like, like even when you know that you're in a confrontation with somebody, because that's kind of what that was. When you know that you're in a confrontation with somebody, you got a gun, I got a gun, I'm scared of you don't have a gun, but I know I got one. Like, if you up the pistol, you better use that bitch. So with that being said, at the end of the day, you knew that this is a deadly fucking weapon. Like, I'm not aiming to give you no flesh wound, bitch. I had aimed that shit at your rib cage. I want you to die. So at
Not
this point,
only
you
that,
did,
it's like, it's dangerous because you a police officer. So what the
and he
hell is
know
you scared of?
he can't do shit back. And at this point, if he got a gun, he not finna pull it out. It's 3 of you bitches.
10 times out of 10. Let me take it back. I'll give the one, because there is one crazy nut that will go against the grain with these police. But 9 times out of 10, nobody really trying to fuck with the police. They ain't really trying to
fuck the police coming straight from the
with
underground.
them. They ain't really trying to engage with them because they know what's up. They know if you do one, 50 million more gonna come after your ass, right? So the whole thing is to just stay the fuck away from them. Now it might be still F them or whatever, but it's still just keep your distance from me. You don't gotta. If I'm not bothering you, don't bother me. If I ain't doing nothing illegal, don't bother me.
But you have those officers that feel like even if you stay right down on this one street, for example, like the movie that we've watched, if you stayed on this one street and you have police officers that's just chilling at a stop sign, just, detecting traffic, he see your black ass in this white fucking neighborhood and he come fuck with you, but you just said don't fuck with me and I won't fuck with you. You weren't fucking with nobody. You mind your own goddamn bitch trying to go to your residence, but you go to the street that he feel like you don't live on. Now you dead on your street two houses before you make it to the fucking driveway. No, sir.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
I mean, I don't know what to feel about that, because it's just like that's just what it is, and like I said.
So I'm with you, Mike. What can we do as a people? Because of course it starts with us. What the fuck can we do other than bleach our fucking skins?
What we've been doing though, we've been surviving.
But what that army dude that was black, I mean, as of now, that's probably the best thing that we can do. If you get pulled over by the cops, just put your hands up and have all your shit on the dash. Yeah. Just don't move, because these niggas is looking to kill. I mean, the higher you got your hands up, the less dangerous you are.
This is how I know. This is how I know they looking to kill. In that video, man, that boy, that police officer was so angry. He was so angry he couldn't even say the words properly that were coming out his mouth. He couldn't even.
You talking about when he was on the stand after they killed him, or while on the scene?
No, I'm talking about in the army guy, the lieutenant. When they would answer, and the guy was barking orders, he couldn't even. He was so angry at him for whatever reason that he couldn't even get his commands out right. Mm-hmm. Then when Buddy told him he was a lieutenant, then he tried to oh shit, oh he's a lieutenant in the army now. Because at first he tried to demote him down to like the lowest rank of army you could be, which is corporal, right? That's what he tried to make him out to be. Like he was just some young, new, you know what I'm saying, wet behind the ears type military cat, right? The bottom of the barrel. And so that's the type of thing. It's like, you can, like, bro, I don't have to be, I could be white and have that common sense. Like, bro, this is wrong. Like, this is not right. You know what I'm saying? It should be common sense.
Did you see the other cop? Bro, the other cop was kind of looking like, man, are we supposed to be doing this shit?
Like he didn't want to do it no more. Like he wanted to get in his cop car and go.
Like he didn't look like he wanted no parts of that
No
situation.
parts of it, bro. And that's the thing. You look like you don't want, like, you know this is wrong, but you don't say anything or speak up because he's your superior.
That's even more wrong. You're more in the wrong at that point then.
Well, I mean, what can they
That's like a child when you know that you're not supposed to do something, but you do it anyway.
But what can he do if that's your superior and you supposed to be listening to him? He can give you bad
Bro, at
reviews.
some
Not
point you gotta take a risk of your position, right?
You will get more. I don't know. I say, some people just not big on integrity. So whatever. Hey, they
Like
know it
if
is
you
not.
are, I just believe in when you do the right thing, good things is gonna come back to you.
They
So
do.
if you in fear of losing a job or being reprimanded or being some action taken because you stood up for something, remember karma gonna get them in the end. Real talk. Like it's gonna knock them the fuck out because they continue to do that and you did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. Like,
I
but
mean, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Shit.
right.
But
Some
it's
people
just crazy how we getting gunned down though in public
right,
like that. That's
right,
fucked
You want to
up.
know what
That's
else I noticed? Like, I don't have no problem with nobody's sexuality because again, that's your sexuality. It ain't got shit to do with me. But I hate. And it's a little bit off topic, but I hate that they're trying to I guess I'm trying to find the word, like disintegrate masculinity.
demasculate the black men. I mean, they've been trying to do that, for a minute
But
now.
now look, right now, 2021, it's at an all-time high.
Right,
Oh,
right.
what you say? Do tell, Blue? Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, Kid
because
Cudi
I
and
seen.
all that.
Okay, so it's this little thing on Facebook that I seen today. It kind of disturbed the shit out of me. So it had like a whole bunch of different like white people, black people, this, that, and the third, like all kinds of skin, Asians, black people, trannies, and all that shit. But they men, but some of them, like I said, they trannies too. So I was confused when I looked, but then when I looked a little closer, all of them bitches, excuse me, all those people had on diapers, like, and they diapers were bleeding. So I was a little bit confused.
Bro. I
And that's for the LBGXYZ
listen,
crew.
listen.
uh,
I don't know nothing
uh,
about that. I'm
nothing.
ignorant to all of that. I have no clue. You
I
But
do
what
what
do you
mean,
you
think?
want
What do
to
you think
do.
that that's symbolic for? Like what does that mean? Because niggas don't have periods. I mean, y'all have periods, but y'all don't bleed. So I don't get
what?
why a whole bunch of men. Yeah, nigga, you got a period. You learned something new today. You learn period. You have period. K dot, you don't exempt. You have periods too. You just don't bleed.
I'm not saying we don't like have mood swings and shit. Like I know we
But
do.
that's
What
Like,
what the
the
fuck going
fuck?
on.
That
but
went left as hell.
hey, listen. I'm not saying that the shit don't happen. I get the whole like. I get it, bro. Like I'm not trying to be dismissive on anything, but one thing that I don't like is like, okay, cool. But it's okay for black men to want to feel like they black men and strong and whatever. Like being masculine is not a bad thing. So I don't understand like the whole
It's only bad when a man detect that a woman is being masculine. Like it's intimidating. Then
I don't give a hell damn about that either.
I don't give a hell damn. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is like I'm just saying us doing it shouldn't be a problem. Like
No, for real,
all
that
of
shit.
this thing, like we like I don't know, man.
People
All
getting
this
too
stuff I
damn
feel like it's
sensitive.
been made up recently. Like this shit just came out of nowhere. Oh, we doing this different stuff, and now everybody is I don't know, man. It's just a
People
bunch
too
of
sensitive
different,
right now. People too
huh?
sensitive. People, they way too sensitive right now.
Oh boy.
Bro, it's like
Man,
you
And
can't
then
do
like I
nothing
don't.
out here. You can't do shit.
You can't say nothing, bro. Nothing.
y'all know on that topic with Daunte.
Mm-hmm.
What's I forget I don't know if he the chief or whatever, but he was really emotional, you guys. Like that's why I had kind of respect him because it looked like he was about to cry. Tim Gaining. You know, I like to try to remember people's names. He a white man.
So yeah, that's the one that resigned or whatever.
That's the guy that was like he's the head of the officers. Like I'm not sure exactly his position. I don't want to lie on him. But
I know the mayor took over.
it wasn't the mayor.
The mayor took over of being in charge of the police department because they fired the dude that was like the dude in charge. Like he fired that motherfucker. Like they had a meeting, they voted, fired. Like he went into the conference call and then they fired him right after that. So I don't know, but I just think that like, yeah, you should be crying or you should be remorseful because your police department is
We
fucked
doing
up.
more than that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Somebody
you are
gonna
not
kill that bitch in jail.
you are in charge and
Oh yeah,
none
we
of
got
your people
sweet
are being
booty.
held accountable.
We got sweet maple bacon in this bitch. Yeah.
Bruh, like it's just I don't know. It's one of those things where you sit back and you just like, man, these people crazy, bro. But I'm really wanting to know what the reaction is with because now you got this woman, she's locked. I guess she got booked. I don't know. I guess she got
She did unlawful conduct. So that's exactly why the fuck she's getting prosecuted the way that she is. So that's
right. They
exactly what
put
she
her right
deserves.
away. They trying to put the trial right away. Like, hey, cut short. Like they like, hey, she got a
Do
court
that
date
again.
next week, man. Like, hey, and what was funny is like she was the president of the police union, right?
Yes.
The union of Minnesota. She was the president. So now I'm kind of like, oh man, what's really going on? Like, what are they really doing out here? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's kind of weird. Like, the person that did the shooting is in charge of the union. You know what I'm saying?
What did I say about the
She's a real
government?
gangster.
The government attached to all that shit. Go figure. Now, guess who leading it? You know what I'm saying? Like they know exactly what the fuck they doing. They ain't telling nobody what they doing, but they just put the niggas in place to cover up shit. You know when it get bad.
And then you got these cops like the Mattingly. What is his name? Matt Mattingly. Is it Matt Mattingly? I don't know what his name. Whatever his officer, the Mattingly. He they try to get his fool a book deal. A book deal for killing Breonna Taylor.
I seen that. I seen that on Instagram today. This nigga is about to release a book about shooting Breonna Taylor. If they let him release that book,
that's the one that got charged for the bullets that did not kill her.
That
right?
did not kill her. The one that went into apartment building and missed everybody.
I was just trying to, remind these people.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. And Buddy got a book deal with a major thing, but they dropped, like the distributor dropped him. So now the editor, I guess the publisher company, which is funny because they all like it's three Karens. They just look like Karens, right? Who are in charge of the publishing deal. Like if you look at all they books, bro, you could just tell it's just like Trump is the greatest, and like you know what I'm saying, like them type of Caucasian women, and it's like, man, dude, like, are you serious? You gonna support this man writing a book and a story about him killing another woman? What happened to woman empowerment and all this other stuff and whatever? I guess that only happens when, they took over that movement. But I guess that only applies to them now, right? Even though Black women are the ones who actually propelled that movement into what it is today. They snuck their asses on in there like they normally do and took over. Now it's a big feminist joint going on. You know what I'm saying?
We got another guest jumping in.
What up?
What's goody, bro? What's good? What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. Just got back from a nice massage.
Okay.
Nice. Did you get a happy ending?
No.
Let's
Nah.
not get caught up. We don't need no Deshaun's. We don't need no Deshaun's.
No, they low key had a sign in there too that said, what did it say? Like our massage, our employees are professional massage therapists. Please do not ask or expect
Don't ask for no happy ending.
any extra. Somebody was
they gotta put the sign up.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Somebody asked before.
You can't touch my dick with your feet, not even a little bit.
Wow.
Man.
Man.
It was very relaxing though.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Nah, man.
What you think about the Daunte Wright thing?
We talking about Daunte Wright, man. And all the shootings are going on, man.
What's your thoughts, bro?
Another hashtag, right?
Another hashtag. That was not supposed to be funny.
I'm just saying it's real shit. That's all it is. That's basically another hashtag to put on the wall, right? Another hashtag
another monument to draw. No, but Wildstar, like he's asking you because just to refreshing, your memory from what happened less than 73 hours ago. Like, she mistaken her gun, her taser for, she thought that it was a taser. Like, come on, let's be real with yourself.
We tend to only see these mistakes with our people though, so
my unicorn horn in a way.
we tend to only have mistakes when it comes to black people.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have mistakes. You can. I guess they mistakenly take all the other people, to
Burger King
and things.
What I'm saying?
Hey, I'm sorry, I mistook his hunger for something. Like, nah, come on, bro.
Let me get this man a Whopper real quick because he's had a long day.
Remember that man that said that his sugar was fucked up or something? He said he was diabetic or something. I'm like,
diabetic.
So
the N word came out and you was just like, man, my sugar low, bro. Like that's why my shit came out.
You know what? I understand. That's feasible. You good?
Right,
Let him
bro.
move.
Like your blood pressure was high, bro.
Just put him on probation.
And then,
give him community service. Get him the fuck out of here.
That 13-year-old Hispanic boy that got shot.
Right, man. That shit right there is crazy, bro.
That dude didn't even give him like a second. Not even like, bro. He was like, stop. Pow. It was like,
and what? I heard, first of all, the video was released late, so it's been out, right?
Right.
But they've been waiting for the video to be released.
Play it, Mike. Can you play it?
But what's
trying to find it? Yeah.
But what's crazy though is come to find out, it might have been a stage type thing. Like they threw the gun out there to make it seem like he had the gun.
Well, I mean, that's not beneath them. We didn't see.
We already know in Chicago they plant guns like crazy out there. So
I thought it was drugs.
Nah, they do all that stuff. I'm saying do that too. They drop crates of guns in the hood for these niggas to get. Why else do you think they get these automatic weapons and these crazy weapons? They ain't
automatic weapons.
They ain't buying this shit. Come on, bro. Those things is worth thousands of dollars, bro.
That's what I was about to say. If you know anything about guns and you seen the type of guns that they recover, bro, you talking about easy 10 racks.
These boys ain't spending no more than $300 on.
Bro, I'm telling you, these D boys ain't paying no $3,000 for no guns. Get out of here.
Fully modded guns, scoped out grips.
I mean, I don't know,
bro.
I've been around a couple niggas that got traps, and they do spend money.
They got traps, but what I'm saying is, bro,
if they getting some real shit, they will spend some money if they know, and that's gonna protect them and be able to tear some shit up when they want.
From what I know about
not in the side.
Majority of them ain't doing that,
bro.
Not in the side.
Like that.
I can see it happening. Like
you rarely get people who are in the street that's gonna pay thousands of dollars for guns. They might pay a couple hundred. They might pay
like $3.
A couple hundred for the stolen shit.
Mm-hmm.
Not thousands of dollars. They're not advocate gun owners, bro. Like they ain't out here just trying to have guns because they love guns. They have guns because other niggas is trying to shoot them. Like that's why they have guns. But what I'm saying is that I know for a fact people who told me who live in Chicago that they drop these guns in the middle of the hood, like in crates. So they feeding them this shit. They don't gotta pay. They just feeding them.
I watched the interview from a guy who was talking about that, how they dropped off crates, and so he went to a gun store looking for some more stuff because he was like, "Oh, I want to add some stuff to this." And that dude's like, "Why are you asking about that? Like, you can't get that here. That's illegal here." And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "How do you even have that?" So that's the questions that people should be asking. How do you have that when you
because of what K-Dot said? Because they dropped this shit the fuck out.
Exactly.
Right.
You got to think all them cartel raids, all them busts that they do, bro. They got weapons on deck.
You see these country bumpkin ass towns and cities, bro, and they be confiscating tons of guns, money, drugs. Where do you think that shit is going back to, bro? Like they ain't keeping it in a safe. Like
hey, that money they keeping it.
That money they keeping. Don't get it twisted. But drugs and guns, no, they putting that shit right back under the street because they want to catch your ass again.
That's just more money for them, you know.
So man. And I think I know what video you're talking about because the dude was outside. He was in a park. I think he was in a park and he was talking about it. And he was taking them to different spots and showing them the crates. I mean, Bendo took the shit out on video off of YouTube, but it's the same.
Oh yeah, you know they censor that.
But they got serial numbers and shit on those guns.
Right. Exactly. Ain't no serial. You can't trace them. All that shit.
They probably got somebody watching out to see who getting them, and they,
right, bro.
I mean,
you know how they have niggas that's from the hood? Because see, I like hood movies. So
hey, Mike, remember when they was putting them bricks out in Dallas?
Yeah.
Same shit, bro. That's the same shit. They trying to antagonize people who are angry and mad and dealing with shit and put their asses up. Hey, let me put this pile of bricks so you can start fucking up shit.
Right.
Because you mad. Same concept. So for me, yeah, here it goes. This shit is crazy.
You my nigga Mike. That's why I fool with you.
It's crazy.
Let me start over.
And obviously he was scared.
Hell yeah.
I'm talking about terrified today. What they pissing their down.
Come on, man.
Look, love.
Hey, show me your head. Stop it.
And he didn't even give him a chance, bro.
Show me your fucking hand. Stop.
Because at first they tried to say it was a gun, but did you see his hands were up
the whole time, bro? So where did the gun come from?
He said he had his hands up like this.
Yeah, before he even went off.
Shot. Look at that. Then he gets shot in the chest talking about some, are you all right? Nigga, you just shot me in my goddamn chest. Am I all right? What?
That's crazy.
Where you hit at? Where did you shoot him at?
Give me a light. Give me a light. Give me a light. Give me a light now.
And that's the crazy thing is like you gave him a command, he's following it.
And now you acting like
this is crazy, bro.
And they claim like, oh, he was involved with some shots that they followed or they tracked or whatever. I mean, what does that even mean? Like, how did you know he was involved?
Right, you heard some shots and
wherever the violence.
Right, he probably ran because he was scared.
13 on the streets. You heard gunshots at nighttime. What you finna do?
I'm going to run.
Take off running. Absolutely.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
not,
Hell,
I'm
at
not going to
31,
stay
I'm
there
gonna
and
run.
wait
Yeah,
for,
right.
for the bullets to come at me.
I'm gonna run. Hell, a 13-year-old dude, his mind is like gone. He like, what the hell?
My parents just not telling me about how this shit goes. So hell
And
yeah,
I,
I'm gonna
like
run,
I said,
baby.
I ain't see I ain't see in that video where he threw a gun. The whole time he was running, he didn't reach for it in his pockets or any of that. Not for my visual.
Why would you shoot him if he threw a gun away?
And
That means
that's even makes it even worse. So he tossed the gun. So obviously he wasn't a threat then.
That's like how they did that one.
It just don't make no sense. That's just
this unlawful conduct. I'm telling
They,
y'all.
honestly, man, it's just police officers in general, man, that are
They the
like,
problem.
because like there was another video I saw. This dude and his wife. It was this white dude and his wife. They was just at home playing video games, bro, and it was loud. And then the neighbors said, "Oh, they thought it was domestic violence." So the police came over there like 1 in the morning,
taking out his trash.
and
Yeah, they were playing Mortal Kombat.
he came to answer the door, and he had his gun behind his back because somebody come banging on your door at 1 in the morning, and you strapped. You finna be like, "What the hell is up?" So he goes out there, and as soon as he sees it's the police, he's like, "Oh shit!" And then he goes to put down his gun. They just walked. One of the cops that was inside.
Oh, yeah, and shot him
6 times. I was like, bro, this nigga was putting his gun down. You said put it down, so he does that, and you still shoot him in the back.
Right. And she comes out like, what the hell happened?
Wait,
like, what's going on?
Did he go to jail? Did he go to jail for shooting him in the back? And
No, they did not go to jail.
Nope. And the dude's girlfriend was right there too. Like they wouldn't even let her try to comfort him.
Yeah, try to keep him alive or anything. They wasn't helping. None of that. They keep saying back up. Like, bro, y'all ain't trained for nothing. Like, what? Y'all ain't trained for nothing. Like, what's going on? But I saw that video, and it's crazy. It's like even when you see it in front and you see other people experience, it still doesn't alarm me. We've been saying it forever. We've been saying this is going on forever, right? Mm-hmm. But then now people are seeing it and seeing them, like people that look like them experiencing. It's like now what y'all gonna do? Now I'm grateful for everybody protesting in every color and denomination, ethnicity, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, bro, at this point, we need to do something else. Protesting is not working. I'm sorry. It's just
it works, but we need to do other stuff too, not just protest.
I mean, everybody know what the answer is. Nobody's ready to start it though. That's just what it is.
Well, what's the answer? Because people listen to our podcast and they gonna listen.
I'm not gonna say I want to cite that, but everybody know that like until throughout history, anytime you see tyranny reach a certain level, it falls on the people to stop the shit from happening. Like physically stop the shit from happening.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If you ain't in the, if you like, I wish if I had a like. Not even when I had a platform big enough to do that shit, bro, I'm gonna call it out a spade for a spade, bro. Like it ain't gonna be no whatever. As long as I get to the point where my daughter's straight, I'm gonna take that risk because it's like if I know that I want my generations to be straight, I gotta take that risk. Like it's like at a certain point you understand like you not living for just yourself. You living for your generation and your seed and the people like that are coming behind you. So you gotta build some type of legacy for them to grow up and foundation to grow up under. This shit right here ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to my daughter asks questions about different things because she's smart enough to articulate and understand what's going on. So those conversations that we're having with our children about the situations that are going on, because they visually see it all the time now. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that I want it to continue down the road. Like we should be having conversations about different things as opposed to let's watch out for these people who hate us and et cetera, et cetera. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, our more important should be economics and, you know, knowledge about self and things like that, mental stability, those types of things that we need as a culture, not all this other shit. So,
like, yeah, like right now in this world, as a black person, part of your teaching your children to grow up is, hey, at some point, there's going to be a race of people that just don't like you. Not all of them, but there's going to be a lot of people that don't like you. They're going to want to do some messed up. Like the fact that we have to do that shit. The fact that you have to, we got to tell our kids, no, the world's not whatever
in your favor.
TV, whatever they trying to tell you, all this, like you can be like, you can't do all of the changes that they want you to do the way that they want you to. It's like everything is to make you continue to believe in some like false fairy tale bullshit. And it's like they didn't even get into power that way. They didn't go through this through going through the right channel.
They took it.
Documents. They went up in there and said, you know what? There's more of us than it is of you. You can either get with this shit or get blasted.
Right. We got more guns and money.
You think put a gun to someone's head and said, sign the signature.
But what was crazy is it's like they was fleeing people who was treating them like shit. Right. And then they came over here and did the same thing that they did. They just flipped it even harder. Right.
Learned behavior.
But for me, almost to the point where I think it's like, nah, they wasn't pushed out here because they was treated. Nah, them niggas sent them motherfuckers out here to do this shit. You feel me? Like, don't you still in England's debt right now, bro. You feel me? So don't tell me that you just you freed yourself from a land where you still owe this old ass woman trillions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Nah, they sent these motherfuckers out here to do that shit.
Hey, nothing in history is like they portray in movies and shit. The people the pilgrims that came over, like that's the thing. Like the reason why people, it's kind of far fetched for them to believe they did that heinous shit is because I gotta find the book that this comes from so I can post the source. I'm gonna try to do it so I can bring it out Monday. But it talks about how the people that they were sending over here were like some vagabonds, bro, gangsters, people that were like thieves and shit. Right. You didn't send over peaceful people to come and negotiate, bro. You sent some grimy ass people over here, nigga.
Columbus, they finna get over these people. All them niggas was thugs. They were thugs. You hear me? Those are the cats that they sent out to run through shit and wreck shop. That's what they sent out. If you read in history books about the people that did all this stuff, I'm telling you, Benjamin Franklin's, the all of them were nasty and ruthless. They just made them out to be good characters. Talking about, Abraham Lincoln freed slaves and all of this stupid shit. All of that shit is BS. It was a story that they told to make us believe it was true. It wasn't. And it's facts and evidence out there that claims that it's true. But the fact that we don't go out and look for that truth is the problem.
It's because there's people, when they get on their platforms, they don't talk about this kind of stuff, right?
Right.
They get to a platform and then they start limiting what they want to talk about, and it's like, to me, it's like, if I ever get to, well, I didn't even say when I get to that level,
right?
I want to be able to talk freely about that stuff. Like why? That's another reason why I got into doing videography right there as well. Because as a kid, I always wanted to see more films about us. And the more I learned history, the more I learned how quote unquote whitewash stuff is. It's like, bro, there's so much history to tell. There's so many stories to tell about our people that don't have to do it like fucking race all the goddamn time, bro. Like,
Right, bro.
Like the other day, I made this post where Will Smith and this other director said they weren't gonna film this movie in Georgia because Georgia was about to pass some law, but it was called a slave drama. And I'm like, the fucking fact that there's a category called slave drama.
We don't want you to film that movie anyway. I'm sick and tired of.
That's what I was saying. I said, not film it in this location. Don't film that shit.
Like we got too many slave movies. That's all we're about.
Oh, what's up, damn? I got you.
That's all we have in these movies that are made about us is we either slaves, we either basketball or some type of sport, right? Or some type of oppression and stuff. We can. It's hard for us to be heroes. It's hard for like Black Panther went through the roof because it was the first time that we like, oh shit, like we on the film, like we the head. Ain't no lead characters that's of other hue on this month. No, we are the ones head of this.
Stop like Black people being what we know that we like. Dude, have y'all ever read like African like lore and stories and stuff? Like,
bro, they depict us as superheroes all the time.
Insane stuff out there, bro. Even just like from like crazy little stories that have to do with like a lesson that you can learn to like horror stories to like our like there's so much like mythology of creepier shit too that you can do. Like, it is. Creepy shit in their movies, but like, bro, there's some creepy shit in Africa too, bro. That's like I've seen like read some crazy stories, and I'm like, bro, as a horror movie, this shit would be like
because they be talking about, but they talk almost to the point where it's real, like it's real. You know what I'm saying? They're telling real stories of shit that happened, but we can't be projected out. Like we can't have movies like that, right? In abundance,
right?
They'll sprinkle some in, right? But most of the stuff is we slaves, or let's talk about slavery, or let's be right. And then even in the facts of slavery, they don't even tell the whole truth of it.
No. Especially when they bring in the last 100 years of slavery. When you want to deal with the whole fact that we were fighting back,
bro,
that we was whooping America's ass.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, there is no way that all of these Black towns and all of these Black cities and stuff that were occurred came from people who were slaves. These Black people already lived here. They already built that shit. It was already here.
Yep.
They stole it.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about these topics and things like that, like I don't want to get into anybody's feelings or anything, but if you actually read up on the facts and the things, you'll see a lot of the history that we've been told have holes in them. And if you go and actually read books from other countries,
they got canyons in them, bro. Not holes. They got canyons in them, bro.
I'm just saying.
If you ain't got time to read the book, you can jump in Clubhouse and get some of that shit ASAP.
But I'm facts, don't facts. But what I'm saying is that we get on here and we talk about how we don't know where we come from. We don't know, where our ancestors lie. We don't know these different things. But we never question, well, damn, maybe we might have been here already. Maybe all of the people that they claim came over here were already here. They might have bought a few of them, but it wasn't us. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's why you have these different nationalities and different types of black people and different whatever, because we were, you know what I'm saying? We were already here, and then they mixed us up with other tribes around this world.
It's all about verbiage, man. Like,
Bruh.
when they say Native American, they're not showing us. But that's what a Native American is. A Native American looks like all of us.
Bro.
Like that's if you go look at non-Western scholars, people who have come over here and describe things. Like I said, look at how Spain describes America.
Right.
They said the Native Americans look like they have African heritage. What does that mean?
Right.
Y'all look like y'all came from over there.
Man, you could I literally have photographs of my great-great-grandmother who looks all the way Negro, who was on reservation. So you can't tell me, and I'm not, and we're not saying that, you know, black people had sex with natives. No, motherfucker. We were the indigenous and mixed with other people. And then now, as the time went on, if you look at time, they got lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. Right? Till all of a sudden, the people who do still have darker skin, they're left in these little tiny groups. You know, they still wear the dress, participate in the heritage and the everything else. We've been stripped from all of that. They don't want us to know that we taught all of those different things, the dialects, the languages, all that other stuff. What you are seeing as far as nationalities now are derivatives of the original people, right? So all of this, like, you know, and it could be traced back. You can't deny it. It's facts. You can read it in books. Historians talk about it, right? So it's not, I don't understand why people get upset because it's that way. It's not that we're like, oh, we're bragging about it. No, it's just facts. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Our name is tied to almost everything invented.
Mm-hmm. And everything important.
So, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have a cell phone if it wasn't for a black person. You wouldn't have so many things if it wasn't for a black person. I'm sorry. So
all that air conditioning that you just enjoying,
bruh, we could go for days with the list. and it would be a shocker to most of the world because they don't know those facts, right? They're not going to learn that history. They're not going to understand that. And that's the problem. We don't have conversations. I remember one time, I don't know if y'all remember this with what do they call her? Dang.
Hey, I'm gonna post something to you real quick. Pull this up on the screen if you can, Mike.
What was her name?
That's a perfect part to go to our commercial break. So right when we get back, we're gonna bring up what he's talking about. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back after this. All right, and we're back.
Hey.
What was you gonna say?
Oh yeah, no, I posted the link in there. I wanted to pull that up. Just to highlight, you remember we were talking about the language in Sabiti?
Right.
About the African language. So it's just It's a thing that talks. So I just want him to read the last part of it at the bottom, like the last sentence. Because it just has to deal with more of our culture. See at the bottom where it says Insabiti was transported to Cuba and Haiti via the Atlantic slave trade, where it developed into the Ana Faruna and the Vive symbols. So you remember when I was talking about how during a lot of slave revolts, right? They talk about how we was running around doing all this.
Right.
No, fucking language right here.
Right.
This language that was derived from very many tribes. That's why I said people would read this and they just gloss over that. It was transported via the transatlantic slave trade. That means the people that are being taken over here are developing a way to communicate that nobody else is going to understand. They're doing things. They're developing systems and taking their beliefs. So when we talk about like our culture and stuff, what we lost, like we didn't lose as much as they think we lost. We lost it because we're not looking for it, but we haven't
really. Bro.
It's not lost. That's what
already there.
Our people that came over, they did that because what did they tell you? Oh, they bred it out, and then generations later they forgot, and then but they didn't though. They said it went to Cuba, it went to Haiti. Where else did the transatlantic? So it went in parts of Mexico. We were all over where they were taking us. So how big was the transatlantic slave trade, right? And you're talking about this language system is moving through that entire that's culture.
And that's what I'm saying. My theory is like, you feel me? The other tribes were colonized, right? Because in that time there was no quote unquote civilization. You just were living off the land. You didn't have groups and shit like that. Like each place that you went to was just different people living in their group, you know, in their sect or whatever, right? So it was not like all this. It wasn't until that colonization and all that so-called quote unquote structure started happening, right? And then when the people that did come from the Caucasus Mountains started messing with those people who were just living free, right? They got to the evil ones. That was like, shit, hell yeah, you gonna give me this money? I'll take some of my little group over here because they don't fucking know no better and they listening to me. You know what I'm saying? Or they might owe me money, or they might whatever. So here you go. Right? You gonna pay me what they owe, and then here you go. You got somebody who gonna work for you. So boom. Then it got to the point where, and this is just my theory, it got to the point where those few people who were evil within our tribes, etc., you know what I'm saying, essentially just ganged up on everybody that was, you know what I'm saying, and was like, you either gonna be, they were taught the same type of domination and conquerism and all this other shit that everybody they taught everybody else. You feel me? And essentially pretty much took all of the black people and spread them across everywhere else. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I think happened in a nutshell. It's like, oh, okay, we were leaving freely. Now we're into getting the greed and the money and the power and all of this other stuff come into play, right? Love is taken out. All of the other traditional ways that we are whatever, and they just spread that around. And then I just think all of this shit was made on purpose, right? It was made for a reason. You feel me? And that's why you have all of these different ethnicities, different cultures, etc., and all this other different stuff.
And that's great because we're the culture creators. And it's that time, guys. We're about to be signing out, so everybody can do their little intros. let them know where y'all got going on and everything like that. We can start with Wild Star and then go Blue the Model. Okay.
All right, it's your boy Wildstar. You can catch me at Wildstar or at Yehudi Gang on Instagram, Facebook. Also catch us on Monday, Unapologetically Black. It's gonna be 8 p.m. So you already know we finna get it in. We might even talk a little bit more about this topic. So hey, it's going down. Thank y'all for tuning in. Love y'all, fam, for having me. And shout out to you too, Blue. Always good talking to you. So thank you.
Yeah.
So let them know, Blue, what you got going on and everything. Where to follow you at.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Blue. First, Wild Star, it's always good talking to you too. I love the wisdom. Good man. I don't know if he's single, but ladies, if he's single, get at him like Eve. But so you can find me at @FaceMe_none. If you want to follow me on Facebook, that's cool too. Alexis Shatia, you'll see me. You'll know it is me. Yeah, we got some, pictures and photo shoots and trips and life-changing experiences going on. You see this smile? I'm gonna have to go like this. I'm gonna have to go like this. Like these three men on this screen is like, especially them two, like Mike and K Dot. Like, I love y'all three, but Mike and K Dot, like y'all, yeah. Y'all think y'all slick. Like, y'all don't have me, big girl tricking. Like, you know what? If it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be no Blue. Like,
Yeah, you silly.
We just keep on climbing the ladder,
Right.
like every day. Like, and I'm digging it. Like, I see progress. So that's all that matters to me. So, I got like, I like how they had their little side talks. I feel like I have to let these people know, like, my position now. Like, we are culture creator. Like, like I like that so much. I don't understand. So yeah, and I'm just excited for all the future endeavors that we have. Like, I can't wait for people to be like, oh my God, like, because I don't know, it's just structure all around, and we everywhere with it. Like, we have so much wisdom. Like, everybody have a lot of charisma. It's the chemistry for me. It's like everybody's opinion, their insight, it just matters. So I mean, get with it. I ain't gonna tell you to get lost, because you're still gonna be right here watching. So it's no way you can get lost. You gonna hear about us, you gonna see us. It's like, we're not cancerous, but it's like cigarettes. Like, it's on every corner. Like, so don't get it twisted. Like, I've seen us on other people's Instagram cannabis syndicate. Like, it don't matter if I'm taking a picture of a burger. I'm gonna tag Culture Creators, these glasses that I'm a brand ambassador for, cannabis syndicate, flashed by Mike. Like, like, I'm doing it all just because, like, that's who I'm with. And then I'm a hashtag Blue the Model, and that's just, we going from there. So y'all follow me and the rest of us on our platforms, and we out.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to say, Mr. K Dot?
Man, y'all know me. I be on my soapbox when I get into these little topics over here. But I love this, man. This is great. I love these people coming in, just talking and have a conversation. That's what the whole podcast is all about. Man, you know where we be every Friday. We continuing to move and elevate, bro. Y'all check out all of our platforms. And that's pretty much it, man. Mr. K. New and my boy.
Yeah. Well, make sure y'all tap in every Friday, 8 o'clock. We here no matter what. We here every Friday. And like I said, y'all gotta make sure y'all tap in with Wildfire and Nikki Scarbo on every Monday. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be going crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, so y'all gotta tap into that, because that's some shit, like, I don't know how long that's gonna last on Facebook.
Hey, listen to this. One more thing. We got the culture update. The culture update. It's a new show. It's about to come on real soon, and we got a special host for y'all. Y'all, I'm telling y'all gonna like this. But anyway, y'all tune into everything like he said, man.
And subscribe,
please.
Subscribe to
Go
it.
get that merch from Cannabis Syndicate, man.
Hey, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, y'all go shop with CannabisSyndicate.net and yeah,
hey,
we got a lot of
Mike,
things.
what is that? What did you say that thing is called? Talking about some campus? What is it called?
It's called the Culture Update.
No, oh, I was talking about feeding off what Wildstar was talking about earlier, and you was like, if you don't know, then you can like it was about some books, like for you to get some wisdom.
Clubhouse.
I said the campus.
Yeah, for people that don't know about Clubhouse, like they got a lot of those groups that people already got that knowledge and you can soak in. Like if you don't even have to, you can just sit there and listen. I'm telling you, like they be giving a lot of shit, a lot of gems, and a lot of knowledge,
and they'll give you the links where you need to go look it up and read it for yourself.
So is everything on?
Yeah.
You gotta
they talk about they'll give you like facts.
You have an iPhone right now because it's only on Apple. Yeah. But
that is not cute. Don't do that. So you just know I gotta get
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You got an iPhone, get on Clubhouse and get in some of them groups because they are definitely.
I'm finna come to your house. Yeah, I come, Mike. Don't worry about it. I'm finna tap in.
Wow.
No, and Wildstar, you, sir.
Black King, this is for my black queens. Black queen together, you 19. You 19. We doing this for the culture. We doing this for the culture. We doing this for the culture. We doing this for the culture.